Most cats have a favorite spot on the couch. Elle has a favorite spot on a board and a human shoulder at 2,000 meters above sea level. This is the story of a beautiful ragdoll cat who has never once consulted a rule book about what cats are supposed to do, and you're gonna love it. Get ready to meet a fluffy, blue-eyed force of nature who hikes off-leash through forests, swims in lakes by choice, rides snowboards down mountain slopes. Elle came into the world as a ragdoll kitten, a breed famously known for being laid-back, gentle, and very much an indoor companion. Her family imagined a cat draped elegantly across an armchair or gazing out a rain-streaked window with mild philosophical interest. Elle had other ideas. From the very beginning, she made it clear that the garden was simply not enough. She was constantly trying to find her way out, past the fence, toward the trees, toward whatever was happening beyond the edge of what she could see. Amanda, who spends a great deal of her own time hiking through the Swiss countryside, eventually looked at this determined escape artist and made a decision that would change both their lives. She decided to just take her along. The first hike was nerve-wracking, at least for Amanda. Elle, characteristically, was not particularly stressed. While Amanda's heart was presumably doing something dramatic, Elle was busy sniffing everything, trotting ahead on the trail, and occasionally leaping up a tree before casually jumping back down as if to check that the humans were keeping up. It turned out that Elle did not need protecting from the forest. If anything, the forest needed a little warning that Elle was coming. And so a routine was born. Morning walks became part of daily life, through vineyards, through foggy autumn forests, across fields bright with spring flowers. Elle became the all-season adventurer who always leads the way. She moves through nature with a confidence that borders on authority, nose working overtime, ears tuned to sounds her humans will never hear, picking out paths through the undergrowth as though she personally designed them. She walks without a leash, because she clearly has no interest in disappearing. Why would she? She is exactly where she wants to be. The forest walks open the door to everything else. Once Amanda saw how completely Elle came alive outdoors, how she shone, as people who've watched her often say, the adventures started to expand. Cycling came next, with Elle riding on Amanda's shoulder, eyes wide and whiskers forward, taking in the world rushing past at human speed. Then came the mountains, and with mountains came the snow. Elle took to the snow in 3 modes depending on her mood, riding on a human's shoulders for speed and elevation, trotting across the white fields on her own 4 paws, or hopping on a sled and going for it. Her preference, it became clear quickly, was always the option with the most wind in her face. She is that kind of cat. Snowboarding came about almost by accident. Amanda was on the slopes and thought, why not? Elle was perched on her shoulder, and they went. No drama, no yowling. Just a ragdoll on a snowboard, perfectly composed, ears back, enjoying the ride at full speed. Bystanders on the slopes could not believe what they were seeing. People stopped and stared. Many took out their phones. Elle was completely indifferent to all of it. She has always been more interested in the experience than the audience. Back home in the warmer months, the adventures shift to the water. Lake Leman stretches out at the foot of the Swiss Alps in shades of silver and blue, and Elle has been paddling on it since she was a kitten. She joined Amanda for the first time on the paddleboard before she could have fully understood what a paddleboard was, and she simply decided it was fine. She prefers overcast days for lake adventures. The sun, it turns out, is one of very few things Elle does not enjoy. Tanning is not on her agenda, Feeling the wind in her fur is much more her style. The swimming happened on its own terms, the way most things in Elle's life seemed to. Amanda was in the water one day. Elle watched for a moment, made a decision, and jumped in after her. She knew how to swim. She was reportedly completely calm about the whole thing. Amanda, who had by this point witnessed quite a lot of Elle's capabilities, was still surprised. This seems to be something Elle manages to do regularly. Just when you think you've understood the full extent of who she is, she adds another chapter. What makes Elle's adventures possible isn't just personality, though she has personality in abundance. It's trust, built slowly and deliberately over years. It started with a backpack, Elle riding along so she could get used to outdoor sounds and smells without pressure. Then a harness. Then a leash in quiet, safe spots. Then, gradually, no leash at all. Amanda's approach throughout has been the same. Stay calm, communicate constantly, give Elle space to explore, and never force anything. Every new thing Elle has tried, water, snow, heights, crowds, has been her own choice, made from a foundation of complete security. She follows Amanda not out of obligation, but out of genuine preference. When they're out together, Elle is relaxed, playful, clownish even, doing zoomies across open fields, scrambling up trees, racing ahead on trails, and then turning around to check if the humans are still coming. This fluffy beauty is 6 years old now, and she's been to the mountains, the lake, the vineyards, the snowy slopes, and the streets of Paris. Yes, Paris, where she apparently made the whole city feel more special just by being there, which sounds exactly right. She still has zoomies across fields. She still leads the way on forest paths. She still gets on the paddleboard on cloudy days and turns her face into the wind.
Elle! Bravo! Ouh! Oh, c'est le sprint! Oh!
Elle was supposed to be an indoor cat, but she decided that the world was interesting and that she would like to see it, starting with the forest at the end of the garden and working outward from there. She is, in every sense that matters, an extraordinary cat. And she is just getting started.